Well. Hey, real quick, everybody. Let me know if this stops working. I couldn't get on because my internet was just doing this. Of course, that would happen. It would follow me all the way from Ecuador. Why wouldn't that happen? Of course, it would. I've been having nothing but internet problems for about a week now. Hey, Abigail, welcome everybody. Hey, Linda Garden Lady, Lenora Gray, mods looking cute. Tammy is in New York, like she usually is. Hey, DS Kitty Diane. Who else is here? Zoe, dang girl, I never get to see you. Hey, Diana H. Donna Cooper is here. What are you doing over there? Good Lord, girl. Would you like to come here so that everybody can see proof of life? Well, Jenny, come here, Suki. Good Lord, Ingrid. Good Lord. Really upset about it. Ingrid was really upset. Who else is here? Charcoal Ninja. Liz Tricks. I love you, Liz Tricks. Hey, Puka Vista. I'm gonna get behind. Hey, Lilac Lime. Hey, Bethany, Bohemian Luciferian Witch, Chrissy Twig. Hey, DNV. Hey, Lupita Panda. Mimi, Marissa Martin, cute. Hey, Lumen. Hey, MLG Gamer. Armine. There's your fairy godmother, Armine. She's also of the Lord. Hey, Buffy. Oh, hey, Josie. Hey, Josie. Oh, so cute. A Bojangles. Himza has a Snoopy ears. Bobo. Hey, Angie Moe. Lydia Kraus made it. Hey, Renee B. Mary Barons. Looking cute. Philip Wright. Sharon Valdez. Thank you, babe. I am too. I'm really happy to be home. Sandy Wandy. Anita Card. That sucks. Hey, Hux, can you let Seamus out? Do not let Moose out. Moose has an injury. We're kind of waiting to see how he does. Hey, Kat, Debbie Zito. Hey, babe. Hey, Yawn, Robin Miners. She's giving a little bit of attitude, but not as much as you would think. She actually seemed to be just fine. I miss the animals as well. Joanne Hawley. I'm not tired, actually, Renee B. I traveled for 17 hours yesterday, but the good news is I slept almost everywhere, literally everywhere. I slept in the Miami airport. I had a 6-hour layover in the Miami airport, and I just kept like doing one of these and effing up my neck. However, I did bring a neck pillow that I got on Black Friday from Amazon. That thing rescued and saved my life. I highly recommend it. You know, guys, I missed Bo as well. Bo is really cute these days. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, it was my driver picked me up. It was just some cat. It was just some neck pillow. It's not the kind that you see everywhere with the gap in the middle. It's like it has elastic, like Velcro, and you can Velcro it all the way around your neck. So I literally slept like it was like a pillow. I can't sleep like this, but I like leaned my head into it the whole time. And I slept almost the entire way. Hey, Kimberly Hallman. Got picked up at Bo Beats. I love you, Bo Beats. I'm glad you're here, babe. I got picked up at 2 in the morning in Ecuador. It's a 2-hour drive to the airport. I slept almost that entire drive. Thank you. And then hopped on the plane at 6:08. My plane left. 4-hour flight, slept 3 hours of it. Some a-hole thought it was hilarious. Hey, Stella. So we're all asleep. Everybody's asleep on this flight. I finally get to sleep, and some shit ass American, excuse me, but it's always a damn American. We got to get into this. Some dude opens his flight flap. What is that? A shade? And everybody's asleep. The plane is black, pitch black. The lights are off on the plane, and every flap was closed. And this dude is like, oh, I'm an American. I'm just going to look out the window. And he's in front of me, catty corner, if you will, right? Yeah, these damn Americans. And the dude lifts his flap, and I was like, what's going on? It was like, absolutely, I felt like I was in prison, and then they opened the windows on us. Yeah, I saw a thumbnail of you and Tommy in Ecuador. My hair looked amazing. You know, Bo Beats, Catherine B. Hair is wonderful near the beach. I found I got to get some sea salt spray. I'm going to try it again. I tried it like a year and a half ago, and actually it was like 5 years ago, but I'm going to try it again and see if there's a difference. Hey, Jamie Palmer, because of your videos, I started wearing 2 rings I had sitting in a box. Philip Wright, I couldn't be happier for you about that. And I think it was time for 2026 for you to wear those 2 rings. I feel as though I'm not the hero here. I mean, although I am, but I inspired you. Like I know, but I want to be humble, right? So this jackass American man opens his flap and brings the sun right in on my face. And I was like, "Do you think you're funny, sir?" Hey, Linda Gillum. So I slept. Oh, sex hair. I forgot about that. Yeah, Zoe. Definitely sex hair. Lot of sex hair. Can you sing about a song about heroes? Which one? The one that the all the animals sing? Hey, Miss Mary, when they see me, when they say, "There goes our hero. Watch her as she goes." That one. Uh But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that, girl. One thing at a time. First, we have to talk about travel because it's upsetting and I need to get it out. Um, so I was mad at this dude. So I slept for 3 hours there. Keep with me now. Stay with me here. So we have a 17-hour journey. So the fourth hour, this dicky ass American kept me awake, which was fine. I did not pay for the Wi-Fi on the plane. I was cheap about it. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here. So what I did was I went through all my photos because that's free, and I just deleted like old stuff. Thanks, Whidbey Island hippie girl. So I did that for like an hour. It actually felt good to clean out the photos for 2026, right? Probably cleaned out about 300 of them out of 5,000. And then got to Miami and had a 6-hour layover there. That sucked. There's no real restaurants I found in that place. I mean, there was a TGI Fridays. It was packed. It's all like little places where you can get to go food. And I was hungry, so I got something to eat. And oh, I know. Before I got off the plane, guys, we have to get this out. Okay, I'm upset, and I'm an American, and I realize how much I complain after being out of America. Like I am an absolute nightmare, and I don't know how you guys are here with me right now. Hey, Meredith Lynn, I get why the haters hate me. Let me just put it that way. I get it. I understand now. But here's the other thing. When I went to Thailand, I slept 1 hour in a 21-hour trip. That's the worst thing you can do. Where's the manager? I want the manager and a supervisor. I need witnesses. I want both, and I want them right now. Hey, Viggy Cat. That's a mistake, Renee B. So I've gone to Ecuador, and then on the drive, on the way back, I didn't sleep, and I was absolutely a mess. One sec. Call her. Okay. I got to talk. That's the other thing. You have to sleep. Okay. The last time I left Ecuador, I did that. I did the same thing. I left at 2 in the morning and I didn't get home till 7 o'clock the following night. I didn't sleep through any of it. I was kind of anxious and nervous. This time I slept through all of it. I was like, if the end of the world happens, it happens. Like it was meant to be. I got to get some sleep. Hey, Kevin Conklin. So I did. I just shut-eyed it the whole time. Yeah, you got stuck in the Miami airport for 6 hours. Yeah, there's a lot of people watching though to do. Hey, other Mimi. And guys, this happened to me twice and I really kept my cool. So there's a lot we're going to be doing in 2026, and keeping our cool is going to be one of them. I'm trying. I'm really, I find working with the Lord does seem to help, talking to the Lord, because I found more peace. I found more peace and a peaceful energy, if you will. I've now, when I fly, I used to pick window seats. I do not do that now because I get a little claustrophobic. I'm like, what if I have to pee? I'm not climbing over people. Like this isn't a concert and I'm not 19. Hey, Lisa Kelson. No, I didn't poop my pants. As a matter of fact, I hardly pooped at all until I got home yesterday, Bo Beats. I haven't crapped hardly much at all since the whole time I was there. But I pooped twice today, and I think it was waiting for me to get home, quite honestly. So, guys, I stood up on the plane. I got the aisle seat. Now I take the aisle seat. Now, did I use the bathroom once on the plane? No. But I want to have the option. You need to have options. Remember the girl in Pretty Woman? Do you have a goal? You need to have a goal, right? I did not poop in my sock. No, Charcoal Ninja. I will not need to be asking for super chats for new socks because I pooped in them. Just kidding. Plenty of socks, guys. Plenty of socks. So I stand up when the plane lands, right? Yeah, Viggy. Yes, I am. So I stand up when the plane lands, and everybody freaks out. You ever notice when, as soon as the damn thing parks, you hear snip, you hear the seatbelts unbuckle, and everybody stands up like they're going to get off immediately. It's like 20 minutes before you get anywhere. Hey, Rachel, it's like, calm down. Is this your guys' first time here? It's kind of like when you get to Chipotle and you know what you want, and you're ready to go, and you got some weirdo in front of you that's like, is that spicy? Do you guys make your own guac? What's the difference? Does that rice have cilantro? It's like, where did you come from? Have you never been anywhere before? What's going on? You've never done this? Like, this is we got a first timer? That sucks. That if 8 billion people in the world, it's all spinning on an axis, and I got stuck in line at a person with Chipotle for the first time. Like, why would this happen to me? Hey, Angel. So I stand up, right? I didn't stand up. I sit. I stay on a plane. I'm seated until the line starts moving. Why are we getting up? Okay, so the line starts moving. So I stand up, and this girl has a backpack on her damn shoulder, like this. You know how you wear a backpack. Sarah Blackshear. Hey, babe. And she's got the backpack, right? And she's I'm here. Here's me, right? Hello. She's behind me. So I need to go first. Okay. She cuts in front of me, which I'm like, who doesn't know the rules? Why do we not know rules? Hey, Pat Jonas. People with questions are a nightmare. Honestly, Marissa Martin, anybody with questions, it's like, you're a nightmare and I don't want to be around you. So this chick flings her backpack. I stand up and she goes like this. And every strap and hanging swinging dick on this backpack smacks me in the face. Whacks me in the face. And I was like, it was like getting hit with a water balloon, but no water. I mean, hold the water, but it was like a balloon. It was like snap. Yeah, people need plane etiquette, Jeannie Hansen. And I think I'm going to have a whole other channel on teaching plane etiquette. For instance, whoever burped sour cream and onion gut juices, the actual bile that was full of the sour cream and onion, whoever did that, I wish a lot of terrible things for you this year. I hope that none of your New Year's resolutions happen. I hope you wake up with a stiff neck tomorrow. Okay. Hey, Holly. Yeah, snapped me in the face. I was like, ho! I was like, oh my God, this is almost worse than the American guy who opened his flap shade, right? Oh, somebody was burping sour cream and onion burps, and I wanted to straight up just like, it's okay, Shell. Like, I was like, you know, when you run in the summer, when you cross through a bush, hey, Gemini girl, you know, when you cross through a bush and you go through a spider web and you're like, oh my God, and you start like doing this, you're just trying to get it away from you. The same thing happened with the sour cream and onion burps. I was like, get it off. I was like, get it off, get it away from me. I was so angry. I had to take my neck pillow and breathe into it. I had to lift the neck pillow and I was like, I will not. Well, hey, home is Rico. I will not. I refuse to breathe in your sour cream and onion dumpster bile gut stomach. Okay. I am walking health. All right. I don't burp up things like that. Stay with me now. So she whacks me in the face. She says nothing. She doesn't probably even know she did it. Here's what's upsetting about that whole story. Not one, not two, but 3 people laughed. What is this world coming to? What's happening in the world? I love strange smells, Marissa Martin. Yeah, it absolutely triggers me into the best ways. Like, trigger can be a good thing too. Like, it triggers me into such a happy place. You have no idea. When I walk into, like, when it feels like, for instance, I love going to the mall on the holidays because I love nothing more than walking into a hot fart cloud. Like, that's, to me, it's just feels like home. It's warm. I love walking into what feels like an asshole and shutting the door behind me and like literally just feeling my way through it like Braille and like no windows. None of that. Hey, Karma Charms kittens. Like, I love walking into an asshole and slamming the door. No windows, no doors, just like an asshole casino. And it just smells like pure Christmas farts in a mall. He was great. He did great, Pat Jonas. Air travel is hell on earth. Kevin Conklin nailed it. Air travel is hell on earth, my friend. Or a hot fart aisle. Like that happens to me at Target all the time. Hey, SoCal Joy. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I am I am the offender. I can't tell you how many times I've been with Huxley at Target and I'm like, oh my God, I just farted. And he's like, he runs that way and I go the other way. I'm like, let's get out of here. I just farted in this aisle. Hey, Tony P. I am back already. So yeah, here's the thing though. It happened to me twice. Okay, three people laughed. Let's just get back on track here. Three people laughed when I got hit in the face, smacked in the face with my glasses on. Like she literally hit my glasses and I was like, oh, I was like, oh my God, did that just happen? It felt like tennis. Like I feel like I got hit with a tennis racket. I was like, and three people were like, I was like, fucking kidding me? What is this world coming to? That is just unbelievable. Who, like, first of all, okay, I get it. I laugh at people's misfortunes as well, just as much as the next guy. You don't do it in front of them. You don't do it like right next to them. That's not how that works. Like again, we need to apply some air travel etiquette. You don't laugh at a person in front of their face. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Robin Miners. So I crop dusted every aisle in my grocery store a few days back and thought of you the whole time. Marissa Martin, that is so sweet. I got another message from someone that was like, hey, Reese, I shit my pants. I thought of you today. Do you know I've had at least probably 15 people since I started my channel reach out to me and say, I farted in my car, but it was wet. I pooped at Home Depot all down my legs. I shit at work right in my undies. Like, I had someone reach out and say, I'm driving home from work right now because I just shit myself and I have to go change my pants. Like the fact that people reach out to tell me that is unbelievable. And I am blessed beyond, right? Like that's from the Lord. Praise be to He, right? I have missed your rants, Reese. I love you, Zoe. And I've got some rants, but I realize that I'm an American now. This is where it comes from. This is the territory of rants. Okay. We're going to get into that. So I go sleep at the Miami airport. I made some really terrible choices on my food. Love you, Sarah Blackshear. Thank you, babe. I made some horrible choices at the Miami airport. I was like, I'm going to go get myself some TGI Fridays. I even looked at the menu. I was like, I'm starving and I need some fried American food, right? Like, let's put it back in there. Let's make the poop happen. So I look up the menu and I was like, oh my God, yes. I was like, I'm going to get potato skins with no bacon. Hey, Jeanette Brown. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get two apps. I'm also going to get some spinach artichoke dip. Like, why stop there? Right? This is a new year. Like, let's really do it up. Well, I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And I was like, where is it? It was in D36, the terminal D36, in case anyone needs to know. I lost confidence real fast on those two appetizers I was going to order. It's terrible that people laughed at me. Hey, Patty Cake, look, laugh all you want. I got hit in the face with a backpack. It's probably funny looking. Don't do it in front of me, jackass. Or at least like turn around. Hey, Starlina, do what normal people do and be like, do something like hide it. Okay. Crafty Carrie. Hey, baby lily pad. Hope between the dreams, babe. I love you and I'm glad you're here. I lost confidence immediately in those appetizers. I walked to TGI Fridays. I got all the way down to D36. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm going to get some potato skins like a real American. No, I walked up there and it was packed full of incredibly attractive people. Not one person was sitting alone. And then I started to really, hey, Dawn, reflect on my life choices. Like I was like, I'm not sitting at like there were really attractive people. I guess because it was Miami, maybe. Are there better looking people there? People that are better than you, perhaps? I don't know. But I looked in there and I was like, oh yeah, there's no way right now I'm gonna be like, table for one. I don't know why, but I lost confidence. It sucked the life right out of me. I was like, single rider for the carnival, please. Single rider. We got a single here. No. And then I started to reflect on my life and I started walking through literally that airport. I had 6 hours to kill. And I started to feel sorry for myself. Like almost I heard the Charlie Brown song come on. I was like looking down at my feet and I was like, Christmas time is here. Blee, 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 blee. Thank you. Miami Airport has some good shopping in Concord D. I didn't see any of that, Holly. I didn't see any of that shit. Hey, Karma Charms Kittens, glad you got home safely, Reese. You looked radiant in Ecuador. Thank you so much. I don't look as radiant in the US, sadly. Sadly, that's the thing. Yeah. Whenever I see a video about Miami, all the people are beautiful. Yeah, I was embarrassed. Hope you wore a mask. No, I did not. Nacho's mom, I did not. I took the risk. However, I did wash my hands a lot. There's that. I also counted how many people in the bathrooms don't wash their hands, and there were a total of 4 in that airport. There were a lot more on the way to Ecuador. I cannot tell you how many women, thank you, Lisa, came out of their pee stalls or poop stalls, okay, and walked right out the door and skipped the sink. And I could not hide my face. I was like, like when I use a public bathroom, especially in an airport, I get the soap, I double up on the soap, I scrub. I do this, I do that. I look like I'm prepping for an OR, okay? Then I rinse and I start over, okay? I start over and I do it all over again. I'm not touching you or your disgusting children. Do not cough near me. Do you know how many dirty looks I gave people that were like, there were so many people doing that. I was like, I was pissed. I gave the dirtiest looks to people. I was like, cover your shit or get out. So anyway, I was lonely. I find that the airports are a lonely place for a single rider. Flying should not be so low. It shouldn't. Everywhere I looked, people were happy together. Reese is prepping for brain surgery in public bathrooms. I do. Do other people do that? Look, if I'm at Target, I'm going to wash once. It's no big deal. Okay. If I'm at Target, if I go to TJ Maxx, I always take a shit at TJ Maxx. I always shit the second I get to TJ Maxx. I'm going to do it once. I'm going to do it once over. I'm going to do it, thorough. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do a lot of that. We're going to go back and forth on the hands, but we're just going to do it once. I don't feel like I'm going to get malaria at TJ Maxx, but you don't know what the fuck you're dealing with in an airport, right? You don't know what you're dealing with. So to watch these women go into a stall, do God knows what in there, pissing all over the seat, because the second I come in, there's piss on the seat. I still to this day, I don't know if it's because you have 4 flaps and I only have 2 flaps. How the F are you peeing on a seat? How do you do that? I plop my fat ass down on that thing and it is solid. It's secure. It's not happening. Liz, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, Liz. Flu is rampant. It's typically rampant around January, is it not? I mean, I'm guessing, Nacho's mom, I feel like a lot of people get the flu this time of year. Yeah, I probably got trichinosis, honestly, Jamie Palmer. So I cannot believe how many people are taking a pee or a number 2. Again, only the Lord knows what you're doing in that stall. But for you to, what are you doing there, Bojangles? But for you to, hey, Laura Lou, for you to walk out of your stall and find the doorway to leave is beyond what I can comprehend. People peeing on the seat, Reese, from doing the hover over the seat thing. I don't have those kind of leg muscles, to be honest. Like, I think the people who hover over toilet seats probably played volleyball, probably were like really good at softball. They probably have like a rowing class that they go to every morning, a biking class. I'm sure they're jogging all the time. I don't have, like, if I tried to, hey, Deborah Ricci, I'd be shaking. Like, I couldn't hold my body up. Like, who gets on top to have sex? I can't even do that. I literally can do like 1 pump and I'm like, okay, like this isn't worth it. And it's not what they tell you it is. It sucks. Love you, Marissa Martin. Well, there's Sophia. I was wondering where the hell you were. That's how you get your squats in. I can't do it. I'm never going to be a hoverer over a public seat just because I can't hold my weight up. I'm 180 pounds and most of it's right there in the middle, right? Like I can't hold that. I can barely carry my Chipotle. I'm like, this is all got to fit in here. How can you imagine holding that up? That's not going to that's not going to happen for me. Uh, I hover if I have to use a public seat. Okay, but Angel, you're also 7 pounds. I've seen you. Like you can hover. I wish that you wouldn't because you're pissing all over the seat for me to go in there. And we both live in Tennessee and it sucks because you're probably the person at TJ Maxx after me, before me. I go after you and there's pee all over the damn seat. I don't know if it's because you guys are hovering or if you have 4 flaps in your vagina. I don't know if that makes the difference. You know what I mean? Like, because I have 2 flaps. Hey, Rhonda McNeil, I don't know if it comes out in like a more solid stream. I don't know if 4 is like a shower stream. I don't know what you guys are doing, but would you please stop hovering if you're going to piss all over the seat? Because it's really unsanitary. It just is. So you may be sanitary for yourself, but now you're making it unsanitary for me. And every time I stand up, I have your piss all over the back of my thighs, or what I like to call the thut, because that's where my thigh merges into my butt. Hey, Lady O, I don't have a thigh and a butt. I just have a thut. And then when I sit down, my thut gets all wet. I am very thick, Zoe. I found this out the other day. Do people think they're going to eat with their butt cheeks? I don't know, Shelly, but nothing feels more unclean than getting Angel K's pee all over me from a TJ Maxx seat and then pulling up my pants over that and having to walk off with it. It's like, oh, do you ever have a wet sock? That's an uncomfortable feeling to have a wet. I can't handle a wet sock. Honestly, that's probably why I don't wear socks. I'm not a sock fan. I cannot handle if a sock even gets like a drip of water on it. I don't want a wet sock. That's what you're doing to my thut. It's wet now. I have to put my wet pants on it because it's going to take a whole roll of toilet paper to blot that shit off. So I just put my pants back on, but it's unfortunate. You see where I'm going with this, right? Like you understand, you get it. Hey, Linda, you disinfect the seat before you sit on it? What are you, a janitor? What kind of tools are you carrying with you to disinfect a toilet seat? I'd like to know the answer to that. My purse isn't big enough to bring bleach wipes. My luck too. I don't want a bleach wipe in my purse because I'd probably wipe my ass with it. I used to clean for a living, and some of the things I've seen, Liz, I believe you, and that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Debbie Zito says, it's made my day watching you do what you do best. Thank you. Cheers to an amazing 2026 for you and all the chat. It will be amaze balls. Thank you for paying to play, Debbie Zito. I love those whole toilet paper cover things. I don't ever see them anymore. I think the world is too cheap for them. I think those were around in the 80s. They're not now. No one wants to pay for them. Debbie Zito, that is very kind. And thank you for your super chat. Amazeballs is a word that is not allowed here, but you can say it if you super chat it. You're allowed to. I am the world's first OG grifter. That's what that stands for, original grifter. I'm a High Plains grifter. And you can say it, but you got to pay to play. You got to pay to say. Okay? So be like Debbie. I love you, Deb. Thank you for your super chat. Okay, so back to what really happened. So I made some horrible choices that made me question my whole future. I don't know why I did this. I think because here's the thing. I know why I did this, and I'm just going to be open and upfront with you guys. I have nothing to lose here. I'm going to roll the dice. I haven't had Chinese food since I've lived here in Tennessee, and they have really good Chinese food in Kansas City, where I come from. Okay. And I've been missing it and I haven't had any. And I just felt sad and I was feeling lonely and I felt a little depressed. And well, I walked past this place that was like, some Chinese place in the Miami airport. And I thought, well, it is Miami, right? Like it's nothing but tits and ass here. So I was like, surely their Chinese food's good. Like, there's a lot of money in this airport. There's a lot of tits walking by and there's a lot of Louis Vuittons. So I thought, take a chance, get the Chinese food. Plus the line was long. And I consider that like, if there's a bunch of like chubby people like myself in line, I'm like, the food's good. Like I always ask someone like me if food is good. Like Tommy asked somebody, no, I did actually in Ecuador. I was like, what's your favorite pizza here? And it was awful pizza, but the guy was this thin. You don't ask somebody who doesn't eat if the food is good, who's this thin. I always ask people like myself where to eat. And I just think that makes sense. Hey, Ruth Anna. So I thought, take a chance, right? Get in the line. Awful. It was awful. It was terrible. It was really, really bad. And I felt sad about it. And I had to share a space. I had to share a table with this weird guy. And it was so weird. It was a big rectangular table with like 6 seats on each end. So it wasn't like we were sitting together at a table. There was a bunch of people at the table. But you would have thought that I like came in and like farted loudly or something when I sat at this table. This dude looked so offended to sit across from me. It was kind of crazy. I get my food. I get my soy sauce packets like everybody else, right? Like I'm allowed to be here too, dude. And I sit across from the table and this guy's like eating. First of all, he's eating with his fork. Who eats like this? Okay, it bothered me. Where's my microphone? Oh, there it is. Here it is. Hey, Kestrel. It's communal sitting. Yeah. He's eating with his fork like this. And I think that's weird. So he's scooping up his rice and who the fuck eats with their fork like this? I don't know, but I just feel like airports don't have the right etiquette. I wasn't judging the guy until it was time to judge the guy, right? Hey, Shelly Kelly. Oh boy, new year, new spreadsheet. Dreams do come true. I love hearing Marie's travel stories. You know, we really should just have me travel more, and that would it would allow for a lot more content, quite honestly. Inmates, says Mimi. Inmates eat like that. Yikes. Tommy doesn't eat like that. Thank you, Shelly, and I love you. Thank you for being a member. You know you don't have to do that. Yeah, dude's eating like this, shoveling his rice into his mouth, which is whatever. I don't care. This guy makes a point to stare at me though, where like I wasn't even comfortable eating. I sit down with my food and I'm starving and I'm trying not to look like a Wolverine. And I was like daintily opening it, like pretending like I'm not hungry, like I could do with or without this. But I was like, I've been up since 2 a.m. and I'm ready to eat. Not true. I did sleep a little, but you know, you get it, right? Just follow along. Okay. Don't ask questions. Just go along with the story. So the dude's eating and this is so uncomfortable, but I'm telling you the truth. He's making eye contact with me whilst shoveling food into his mouth. And I hadn't even taken a bite yet. Uh I love you, Lady-O. Remember when you asked to serve the inmates food? I still want to do that. I want to be the lunch lady. I want to bring a basket of sandwiches. I was excited for today's show because I needed some of Reese's observations on life and dumb people. Well, let's face it, I'm one of those dumb people. Okay, he sounds like a serial killer. He probably was. Luckily, he was shorter than me. Okay, so what I'm saying is I could get away from him. I'm not afraid of shorter people, even if you're scary looking. Like he had crazy eyes. He did, but I don't, if you're 5'3" or less, I'm getting the fuck away from you. And if you can capture me at 5'3", then I deserve to go. Like that's how I deserve to go. You know what I mean? If you're gonna attempt to throw me into a van or murder my ass and you're 5'1", I feel like at my funeral, people are gonna be like, wait, that was the killer? Oh, she fucking deserved it. Are you out of your mind? Like, I feel like, no, they don't feed me on the plane, Renee B. I mean, they threw some pretzels at me, but I'm not a fucking circus animal. I didn't want that. If you're going to attempt to steal me and put me into your basement or your weird van or your river home or a tent or some makeshift thing in a tree, whatever it is, if you're 5'1" and you got away with that shit, I don't know. I feel like I could be your trophy. If I couldn't get away from you and you're 5'1", I don't know. Like, I feel like even if someone held like a weapon to me and they were like, get in the car and they're 5'1", I would have been like, I would have been like, because you can just like reach down and grab it. Do you see what I'm saying? I only know because I was an officer, not an inmate, if you were wondering. Oh, I knew you were an officer. What are you, about a size 14? Yeah, I just like my chances if you're 5 feet tall trying to serial kill me. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Hey, Adira, it just doesn't add up. And I feel like, again, hey, GeoPlanet Jane, Happy New Year. If you're at my funeral and you're like, wait, that's the guy that did it? Like, that's the guy? That guy that's like 5'1", the Keebler elf? Like, wouldn't you start questioning things? Wouldn't you be like, what, why didn't Reese How didn't she get away from this thing? I don't know. So back to this guy. He's eating with his fork like this. And thanks, Jeannie Hansen. And he's staring at me. And I couldn't get my food out. I couldn't even open a soy sauce packet. I was just watching him stare at me, probably for a good 4 seconds. He like shoveled up food onto the fork, looked at the fork, and went, and I went, and I don't usually do this. I don't usually like talk to people. I really don't talk to strangers as much as you think. I mean, that's not true either. I do if I feel safe, but I didn't feel safe with this guy. Why was your killer at your funeral? Bo Beats, stick with the story here, girl. What I'm saying is my killer is going to be standing there in a mugshot picture. And you know how they have the like lines behind to show how tall the dude is? So when he's standing there with his mugshot picture and it shows him and then it shows like everybody else that's like this tall and you see that he's like 4 feet shorter than most people, you're going to be like, wait, that tiny thing killed Reese? Yeah, they were hard to open, Lenore Gray. So I looked at this dude and he's looking at me and he's eating with his fork like this. And I'm like, this feels like a standoff. And I just looked at him and I went, are you good? And he went, mm-hmm. Like, I was like, are you a hater? Like, no one knows who I am. But I was starting to feel like, does this person hate me? Is this like a Reddit person or something? Like, what's going on? And then I kind of wanted to be like, I'm not who you think I am. I get that all the time. If you're thinking that this is that bitch ass Reese girl, that ugly girl, it's not her. Look, this is a sunburn. It's not too much blush this time. Okay. Stop judging content creators. I'm not her. Quit bombarding me. That didn't happen. I'm making that part off. Yeah, no. No, but I did. I went, are you good? And he was like, mm-hmm. I was like, are you a jester? Are you a Scientologist? Are you a Reddit person? Are you one of the 6 Reddit people? Like, what in the world kind of a gamble would that be? But that's how I felt. I was like, is this like one of the 6 Reddit people that like I just happened to be sitting across from? Like, I didn't want to open my food. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I didn't want to eat. So then I did eat and it was shit ass food. It was so bad. I felt like it also looked like, oh, thank you so much, Zoe. It looked like it was so bad. I'm surprised you'd make a part up. Me too, Jeannie Hansen. I'm so honest and truthful. I never exaggerate or embellish anything. It looked though, this part is not an exaggeration, Jeannie Hansen. The food I got, like the broccoli, looked like some shit you would pull out of like a trash can. It really did. It truly looked like something you'd like scoop out of a trash can and like put onto a plate. Did I eat it still? Of course I did. Are you from the Hills Have Eyes channel? Bo Beats. Awful. I have missed you, my little Susan P. You little over chatter. Susan P. You can't get her to stop. I'm telling you. Watch her on a mod call. Just flaps those gums. Love you, Susan. Thank you for being a member. Mods, I don't know if you know this. You guys don't have to be members. You don't have to do that. You already work here. You don't have to do that. But thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So let's just move on with this awful story. Okay. So I ate that and then I started getting broccoli farts. It happened pretty fast. And I was like, oh my God. So I had to like clench my butthole. Hey, look at that. Abigail gifted 5 memberships. I love it. Hey, honey Lou. I love it when Abigail does that. Well, and for other people that do it too. Like, let's not just keep it to Abigail. I appreciate all of it. Thank you, Abigail. I love you, babe. Thank you for gifting those. Yeah, it was bad. So I like sat there with my legs crossed. I kept like shifting in my chair and I was like falling asleep. And do you ever fall asleep and like you let a fart slip? Like it would wake me up. I was like, oh God. Like I'd wake up and like clench my beehole. I was like, I don't want to be farting around people because I feel like they'll know it's me. Even though you can kind of get away with farting around a crowd of people because you don't know. I remember so much. That was my favorite thing about Huxley being a baby. Like literally my favorite thing. I would push him in a Target cart or I would like carry him and I would just fart everywhere. And I thought everybody's going to think it's the baby. Did you other moms do that? I did that all the time. I was like, I was just farting all over town. And I was like, it's the baby. Hey, Grandma Sunshine Dragon. So guys, airports are lonely places. If you're alone, I don't recommend it. It was sad. I started to feel sorry for myself. I started to feel down. Oh, I wanted to do a stream. It was MSG farts, Don. That's what it was. It was bad. It really passed through me quickly. Although I was farting a lot in Ecuador too. I don't really fart that much. Oddly enough, I don't burp and I don't fart. And so when I do, I really notice it. Like I was like blowing it up in Ecuador and I was like, this is weird. I usually don't fart this much. I don't know what happened. Um, oh yeah, elevator farts. That's the worst, Sophia. I don't do that. I won't do that. So guys, elevator airports are lonely ass places. I don't recommend it. I think if you're going to travel, you should have someone, a friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever it is. I was inspired. I'm envious of seeing people use their monthly super chats because I don't have it anymore. You don't have it anymore? Abigail, well, thank you for gifting memberships, babe. I'm just going to tell you this, guys. I'm going to tell you this. Also, it happened again. So I got hit in the face by that girl's backpack. That's never happened to me on an airplane. It happened to me twice. Uh oh, Yadira, I get it. Okay, Abigail, I understand now. I don't know why I couldn't comprehend that. It's probably because I was traveling for 17 hours yesterday, or it might just be that I am that dense. So it happened to me twice. So on the flight from Miami to Nashville, I slept for like an hour of it. And I woke up and again, plane landed. This is also a weird thing that happened. Just off topic. Well, not off, same topic. The plane landed. I have never once in my life. I have flown a lot. I have never had this happen to me. The plane landed and the dude, I don't know if it was like his first day flying, he took a turn. Like the plane landed, and I'm sure they make turns, but he did it like hardcore turn and like so hardcore that it was like being in a car. Like I went that way. And I was like, geez. And I looked at the girl next to me, and she was from the UK, and she was like, my goodness, my dears, oh, my sweet stars. And I was like, holy Lord. You could tell who was the American, right? And who wasn't. Okay. She was very polished, like Stella, right? Or Lydia Krause, for instance. No, I was like, holy shit. Like it was crazy. Here was the crazy thing. Dude takes this hardcore left turn. And I was like, that's crazy. And I leaned into the British girl and she smelled amazing. It was fine. She was incredibly clean, very high class girl. I didn't mind leaning into her. But then this was wild as shit. I didn't even know airplanes had brakes. Did you guys know airplanes had brakes? This dude hit the brakes so hard. It was like 1987 with your mom driving. Remember when your mom goes like this to stop you from flying through the windshield? Because you're not wearing a seatbelt in 1987. Nobody is. He hit the brakes. I didn't know airplanes had them. Why would an airplane need brakes? I don't know. But it did. And it fucked up my shoulders. I bought that pillow specifically so that I wouldn't F up my neck again. Oh, he effed up my neck. This dude is flying. I go left. I fly into the clean smelling, very nice British girl. And he hit the brakes and my whole body, like everybody went forward and no one expected it, right? Nobody expects an airplane to brake. Tell me the last time you expected your airplane to have a brake. It doesn't have, they don't have brakes. They just coast. Speaking of, hey, West Coast fancy Nancy, they just coast to the terminal, right? So what happens, I thought, is an airplane lands, you do the and it's all smooth. And then what I thought is he just takes his foot off the gas and then he just, he takes his little steering wheel, if you will, and he goes to the terminal, but he just pulls up and it's like a boat. Boats don't have brakes, right? Like a ship doesn't have brakes. Airplanes don't have them either. So I thought what happened was he just takes his foot off the gas and we just slowly coast to our terminal. Not the case, people. And I'm here to tell you right now, that's not true. So don't listen to what I have to say. Hey, P. Taylor, don't listen to me at all about it because I didn't know they had brakes. So he hits these fucking brakes so hard. We're just like, I just leaned into cute British girl. Again, not a problem, not a problem. Smelled great, seemed very clean. My membership was free, maybe expired. Love you anyway. There you go. I like when you guys get a gifted membership, but don't feel like you have to buy one. Just super chat me. That's better. Helena. Love you, babe. Helena, your comment that you said to me earlier was hilarious. Yeah, airplanes have flaps to help them slow down. Exactly my point. Shelley Kelly gets it. I think it's a new thing in the last couple of years that they put brakes on airplanes. I really do. I don't think that this was thought out in the past. Yeah, you do that when no one is in the car, Zoe? That's hilarious. Oh my god. I think everybody does that. Everybody does that hand thing when you have to hit the brakes in your car. Cars have brakes. Airplanes don't have brakes. Boats don't have brakes. Come on. Me too, Shelly. So, dude hit the brakes so hard. Is that why women have flaps? Great question, Robin W. So that we can slow down with our bad choices that we make. Reese, I thought you preferred us to Venmo you. I do, Kestrel. Send me a Venmo. Dude hit the brakes so hard that my fucking shoulders went behind me. Like my rotator cuff fell down the aisle. I had to go get it. I was like, "Excuse me, I'm just missing I just dislocated my rotator cuff. I didn't dislocate it. It's actually gone." I was like, "Can you just some guy found it." And I was like, "Can you just put that back in? Just shove it in, please." There it goes. I was like, "Turn it a little bit." Perfect. Yeah, hey, my lawyer friend Denise, I don't know. It's just a shit show of a stream today, Denise. I have verbal diarrhea today because I haven't streamed in so long. And let's face it, when I streamed in Ecuador, it was not the same thing. Streaming when you're not here, comfortable, where you stream best where you're most comfortable shitting. That should be on a t-shirt or perhaps in a book because that is an absolute fact. You stream where you're most comfortable pooping. And so I was not super comfortable. It's not the same thing. Also, streaming on my phone sucks. It rotated way too hard. Streaming on my phone sucks because I can't keep up with the chat as easily because it disappears on me. I can see it here on my computer. I can click on your super chat. I can click on your comment, right? They do have breaks. That's crazy. I had no idea that an airplane had a set of brakes on it. I think that's a new concept. Honestly, I do. Liz, it was okay. But here's the thing. Streaming on my phone is not as easy. I can't multitask with my people as much. Okay. I'm a home streamer. Yeah. Thank you, Angel. I can't. Hey, Kimberly Martin. That's crazy. Do you guys notice that? Like when I stream on my phone, I'm looking at other shit. I'm not talking to you guys like I normally would. Thank you, fanciest face. It's not the same thing. This is important to me that I'm with you guys. I'm here. I'm grounded. I can read the damn chat. I can click on shit. I just feel more in control, right? Interesting, Kim. I had no idea. So I lost my rotator cuff. Okay, let's get back to that real quick. I got hit in the face again. It happened again. And I was like, why has thou forsaken me? What is happening? I stood up again. No, wait, I didn't get up yet. I hadn't gotten up. I was like, this time I'm not going to get up. I'm going to learn my lesson so I don't get hit in the face with a JanSport. Okay. I feel neglected on your vertical streams. I feel that from you as well, Bo Beats, and I apologize. We will try to do a lot less of them in 2026. It is difficult for the creator as well. Because let's face it, my content is shit anyway. So it's like it's harder for me. It's just more shit. It's just piling it up. See where I'm going with that? Of course you do. So this time I'm like, I'm not going to get up. I'm not going to get hit in the fucking face with somebody's Adidas backpack, right? So I learned my lesson, right? So this time I'm sitting there in my aisle seat. And you're not going to believe what happened to me. I told my friend today, and she was like, "Did you flip the fuck out?" And I was like, "No, I didn't. I actually didn't say anything other than I went, dude, ow." That's what I did. A man, while I'm sitting there waiting to get up, minding my own damn business because I just fell into the British girl, this dude turns around and goes like this and elbowed me in my left eye. You heard it. You heard it right. And it really did happen. And you know how lucky I am that I wore contacts the entire trip. I did not wear contacts on a 17-hour travel trip home. I was like, I'm not wearing contacts. I'm going to be sleeping. It's going to dry my eyeballs out. Love you, Gemini girl. Thank you for that. And I was like, I'm going to wear my glasses because it'll just be easier. Holy hell. This dude elbowed me into my left eye. Now, thankfully, again, I had glasses on. My glasses went in and smashed my eye. So I had like eyeshadow and grease all over my lens. But I really think that that helped me. I love you. What an angel. You, my dear, are a rare talent in single person streamer world. Really, Bo? Oh, I think you just haven't seen any other streamers, girl. Because I'll go with you on that. I'll go with you on that. Thank you, Bo. I'm just going to accept that compliment. Yeah, it hurt and it scared the ever living crap right out of me. But again, praise be to he, right? Thank the Lord. Mary Barons. Oh, wow. That's a horrible thing. My sister-in-law died on Saturday. May she rest in peace. My God. I am so sorry to hear that, Mary Barons. Right after the holidays. I'm trying to think what day it is. That is really, really sad. And I'm sorry that happened to you. You've experienced quite a bit of death in the last year and a half. We're with you, Mary. And I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. That's horrible. I'm getting warm. Hang on. Forgot to bring my hair clip in here, but I see I have one sitting on this desk. It's not my favorite one. I mean, it's very attractive. I love this thing. Like, it's super cute to look at, but it doesn't hold your hair that well. Yeah, it's very sorry to Mary. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. The only thing I said, it shocked me because, again, I had been sleeping. So I woke up basically 20 minutes before this all happening. And this dude just elbowed me. And I went, dude, I went, ow. And he went, oh, sorry. Like most asshole Americans, right? Like, I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm really sick of it. So let's get into it. Let's just get into it. Hey, Hux. Hootie? I'm going to have to yell. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I had to tell him to turn the air down. The heat, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into it. Let's just address it. Let's address the weirdness in the room. Hey, it's Helena again. I like your content. It gives me a place to release my excess sarcasm. Well, you do have a lot of that, just like I do. Sorry about the eyeball, but at least that only half your eyeballs can be assaulted. Yeah, and the thing is, I still have my right eye, right? And I think that's something important to remember. When you get hit in the eye, at least you have another eye, right? I mean, that's why we have two. Because if we have to lose one, that's a shame, but you've got the other. And that's the upside of things. And Helena, thank you for paying to say that, babe. I love you. Thank you for your super chat. No, he didn't care at all, Zoe. Dude literally looked over at me. He was like, oh, sorry. I was like, sorry? Do you mind picking up my eyeball? I should have been like, that was a prosthetic eye, sir. And it just rolled down the aisle. Can you go get it, please? I don't watch any other streamers. You can style an eye patch. Yadira, absolutely spot on. Bobeat says most single person streamers either rely on clips to cover, play games, or are just raging at their chat who are there to get a ruse out of them. Very few have such great rapport with chat. Damn, girl. Well, now I'm going to believe you. Now I believe your ass, Bo Beats. She speaks truth, everybody. Tell your friends and hit subscribe. Thank you, Bo Beats. Feel like a big deal. My eyeball rolled down the aisle with my rotator cuff. It absolutely did. One guy had to go back a different way to get the rotator cuff, while that guy went to the front. It rolled right over to the pilot's foot. You need to put it back in. Let's just address it. I realize some things. We're going to be talking about this for the next, several years. We need to talk about changes we need to make. And I really noticed. Look, I'm just going to say it. First of all, I'm going to say this. I fucking hate Ecuador during season. I love it when there's nobody there. It was full of people, tourists, partiers, tits, ass, weed. It stunk. Hey, Natalie, it was dirty as shit. There was trash everywhere. I am not a fan of Ecuador during season. It sucked. I didn't like it. But here's where I need to take some accountability, and I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible. But I think Americans are loud. I said it. I think Americans are loud. I think that we are, borderline obnoxious. I do. I think that we are. It was a fan of you. It sucked. I told you that, Lifeboat. We were walking on the side of the Malecon, and Tommy was like, I said, let's cross the street. And he goes, why? I was like, because I fucking hate this side of the Malecon. And he goes, oh, you sound like a local now. It was way too crowded for me. Now, loved the beach, loved the weather. There are things I can say I loved, but it's so much more fun not in season. And I would say Tommy is probably in agreement with me on that. Johnny said the same thing. He was like, I like it so much more when there's less people. It was just super packed. I had not ever seen it that packed. But okay, I have to get into this. Americans are obnoxious. I didn't know that. Guys, we have to do better. We have to work on ourselves this year. There's some things I need to change about myself, and I'm being dead ass serious about this. I'm a bitch. Like I'm a bit reckless. I think I'm a little bit reckless, honestly. That's why I posted that meme too. Speaking of reckless, I don't know that it's responsible to start a whole new year after last year. Like I think it is borderline reckless to just start a whole new year. Like it seems irresponsible as shit to just start another fucking year after the last one. I don't know. That's just me. Back to the American thing. Americans are more obnoxious when they're in other countries. I'm Canadian and sorry, but yeah, Americans are annoying tourists. Most Americans are recognized as tourists by their obnoxious noise levels. Okay, so we got a couple of out-of-towners. Bo is a Canadian and says Americans suck. Sophia is in Germany and says Americans are obnoxious assholes. Yadira is not an American. And she says we're reckless. Also, we're spoiled. Not all countries have everything we have here, like grocery stores, how much food. And, I'm going to say this too. I had to pay for toilet paper. I'm not over it. Hey, Marie Marion, I'm still pissed about the warden who made me pay for toilet paper to wipe my effing taint. Incredibly inappropriate to start another year. Feels wrong to me as well. Just a gut feeling, Angie Mo. Still love y'all, eh? Oh my God, Bo Beats. I ran into this dude. I already talked about this, but Bo Beats. Sometimes the sarcasm doesn't translate. I would say that's most of my life right there, Debbie Zito. Hey, Just Joan. Bo Beats. Now, Tommy said it's not all Canadians. It's like a very specific part of Canada, where you guys do this. But Bo Beats, when I was going to Ecuador, I had a 30-minute effing layover in the Miami airport, and I had to take a fucking train. Like I had to hop on some dude in a boat, had to paddle me. Like, you remember those boats that you see in Italy where they're like wearing a striped shirt and a hat? It looks like the guy had a Beetlejuice. I had to get on one of those, and some guy like took me under a bridge in a boat. I had 30 minutes to get to my next fucking flight. And I literally was like, I ran into a lady that worked at the airport and I was like, where's terminal D49? And she was like, oh, you got to hop on a boat, a gondola. You got to take a gondola. And she was like, you need to, there's a hot air balloon that's going to pick you up. And she was like, it's going to take you to D40. But she was like, you can't take that to 49 on foot. You've got to take a train. And so I took a hot air balloon, a gondola, and a train to get it all in I said, can I do that in 30 minutes? She was like, probably not. Good luck though. We wish you well. Thanks for flying American Airlines. I was like, fuck you. As a new Ecuadoriani, I deny being American when asked. No joke. I was proud to be American in America. Here, not so much. Yeah. Cause you look like an Ecuadoriani. No question. 6'2", bald, arms that are bigger than my thighs. You certainly don't stand out, right? Not at all. Yeah, babe, I get it. It makes all the sense in the world, you silly ass. Yeah, I had to take a hot air balloon. So I go, plus I had to pee. And I don't like peeing on planes. So I was like, move! And I like ran into the bathroom, scrubbed my hands like I was prepping for surgery. That's still important. I'll miss a fucking flight over scrubbing my hands. I am not, Canadian. Okay, fine. That makes more sense. I get it. Fine. Bo Beats, are you still here? Speaking of Canadians. Okay, So I get off the hot air balloon. I signed some, people ran up to me, of course, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's relatable Reese." I had to take some pictures. The paparazzi was there. I had to sign some shit, whatever. So then I get to my gate and I was like, "Oh my God, a white guy," because everybody flying to Ecuador is typically Ecuadorian. And I've tried this before. I'm not being any shitty way here. Most of them don't speak English. No Espanol, although I did pick up quite a bit. So there was this tall, kind of reddish haired colored white man. I was like, I'm going to ask this dude. I get to the gate and I went, I was like, "Sir," I said, "do you speak English?" And he was like, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "Oh, what?" And I said, "Are you going to Ecuador?" Surely not with that accent. But I was like, "Did I miss my flight? Are you going to Ecuador?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, you betcha. Yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah." He was like, "This is the flight to Ecuador. Yeah. Yeah." And I said, "Get out of here. Now it's not funny anymore." I was like, "It was funny the first second. You're not funny." I was like, "What are you doing? Did you just take a hot air balloon? Like, don't mess with me, sir. I had to take a gondola to get here." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." No, he was like, "Yeah, we're heading to Ecuador." And I said, "Where the fuck are you from? And why are you talking like that, you little Irish man? What are you doing?" It was crazy. Bo Beats, dude was Canadian. And it was real, turns out, because I met him again with his wife and two kids in Ecuador. Tommy and I met him. I don't know where the hell he was from. It's the accent I now use when asked if I'm American. Bingo, Yahtzee, Zynga. That's smart, Lifeboat. That's smart. He had a Swedish accent. I don't think it's Swedish. I think they're Canadians. But it was the craziest thing. This dude talked like he had a hanger stuck in his mouth. No joke. He smiled all the time. I was like, "Man, I wish he was a doctor." Those are the people I gravitate toward. Like, I like people who are chipper and happy. Like, he made me happy and I was pissed off. I was like running again. I had to swim to get to my next gate. Um, Tommy, sorry. Yeah, the name is Tommy. Yeah, I remember your name. I remember everything about you. It's weird when I first moved to the middle of Canada from the coast, Vancouver. I thought everyone sounded really weird here. I guess it's like that. Yeah, it was so weird. He was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, eh? Yeah." He was like, "Oh, you betcha, you betcha, you betcha." I was like, "Dude is so happy all the time." It was crazy. And you know what else he said? He calls white people blancos. And I thought that was weird. We got on the plane together and he was like, "I'm David, by the way." "Oh, yeah, you betcha." And I was like, "That's crazy." And he goes, "Oh," he was like, "Look at the plane." He was like, "A lot of blancos, a lot of blancos." And I was like, "What the fuck is a blanco? What's a blanco?" It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I took a hot air balloon to my next gate. No joke, Zoe. I swam until the man in the gondola pulled me out of the sea and put me in the boat. Okay, relatable, Reese. Okay. You don't have to double down. You don't have to celebrate it, Frank. Be good, everyone. Gotta go to work. You betcha. All right. Bye, babe. Love you. See ya. Do I sound like that, Reese? Please say no. Bo Beats, you don't quite sound like that, but you've got the accent. Yorkie, mom. Where the hell have you been? I know where you've been, Pam, and I love you. I'm just glad to see you, Pam. I love you, girl. Uh, it's the most confusing accent you've ever heard, but I am dead ass doing it, Helena. Like, that guy literally talked like that. I was like, "Sir," I was like, "I just jumped out of a hot air balloon. I just almost lost my life." I was like, "Am I late?" And he was like, "Oh no, you betcha. We're going to Ecuador." "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Hey Kelly, I love that you made it, girl. I've missed you, Pam. I've missed you a lot. I thought about you. So that was crazy shit too. Hey Tracy Lace too. Um, but I have to be honest. I love Ecuador, but I stood out. And I don't think I could have passed as a Canadian. American was written all over my face. And it really, I'm being serious. I've got a problem. And I think this is something that Canadian is probably from Newfoundland. I think he did say he was from there. If Tommy was still here, I'd ask him because he told Tommy where he was from. I can't remember. He worked for an oil company. Maybe that's there. I don't know. Here's the point. Guys, we got to do better. I need to work on myself. Hey, squirrel girl. I need to work on myself. Okay. I find, and I know you're going to say, "Reese, you're humble. You don't complain. Please." Like, basically Mother Teresa, right? Like, I know you're going to say it, but I'm not, it turns out. I complain a lot, like a lot. I was in Ecuador. Love you, Bo. You betcha, Bo. Oh, yeah. Guys, I was in Ecuador and I really stood out in a terrible way, not in a good way, in a bad way. I was like, why can't we do that? I was like, how come that doesn't come that way? Why don't you have any salsa? I was like, you don't have salsa? Why can't I get any fries? I was like, I need that to go. Oh, thanks, Yorkie mom. Wow. Uh, Blanco? I don't know. I'd never heard that word before, but that was his word. Um, is that offensive? Maybe it was. I didn't know what it meant. He was like, there's a lot of blancos here. And I was like, what the fuck is a blanco, dude? I don't know what blanco means. So guys, I was very kind of complainy. And oh my God, Joanne Hawley, you don't talk like that. You live in Nova Scotia? Joanne Hawley, do you talk like that? They don't have mashed potatoes there, Lori Ellingson. I know we tried, girl. I just found myself realizing, love you, Bo. I found myself realizing that I think I need to. Blanco means white. Interesting. Yeah, Joanne Hawley doesn't talk like that. It's French for white. Oh, wow. Does that mean that he speaks French? Why would he speak French? Why would he say a French word? Do you really, Shelly Kelly? You know who has a serious Minnesotan accent is Debbie Zito, man. She's from Minnesota and well, I don't know if she's actually from Minnesota. Debbie, are you from Minnesota? Because you used to live in Colorado. Now I'm confused. Oh, I love Kevin Conklin. Why French Canadian? What does France have to do with Canada? That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, hey, Wanda, it's also Spanish, white in Spanish. Interesting. Well, now that makes more sense to me. Blanc is French for white. Blanco sounds more Spanish. Interesting. Blanco means white in Italian. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Kevin Conklin, you were frozen for decades. Complain away. You are way behind. That is so nice. I mean, it doesn't make it okay, but it kind of does. Kevin, thank you for that. That was very kind of you. Oh, Kelly, I had no idea. We've missed you too, Pam. No joke. I am an absolutely do not have a Minnesotan accent. Well, maybe when saying boat, you say boat and you go no. You go no. I don't know. No, you do, and you say boat. Yeah, you do. Yeah, there was a lot more white people in Ecuador this time. Here's the thing. We really stood out. There were some other white women walking the Malecon. I saw them every day. Guys, by the way, I got to point this out. I'm going to say it. Okay, this is important for you to hear because it was a hell of an accomplishment. Hey, David Moreno. Part of Canada is French speaking. I think you're wrong, Kestrel. That doesn't make any sense geographically. France is way over there and Canada is way over there. That doesn't sound right. They're not close together. Canada is bilingual, French and English. What? Why would Canada have French people? Guys, you're confusing me, and I got to get back to my story. Quebec? What is Quebec? Is that a country? I don't know. You're telling me. Is that a place? Hey, whine a little bit more. Hey, Linda Garden Lady. Acadian? Okay, now you guys are just switching to a whole different language. I'm starting to get mad. It's French Canadian? Interesting. Huh. Quebec is a French-speaking province in Canada. Huh. Well, who knew? I'm going to believe Sophia on this one because she doesn't typically lie to me. I'm Canadian too, Reese. Where'd that go? Oh. Where did it go? Kelly says she's Canadian. London, Canada, close to 2 hours from Toronto. Quebec is a province. Oh. I'll have to look at a map sometime. I probably find that I shouldn't argue with you guys about geography when I don't know what's on a map. I think that maybe we take 2 steps forward and then we take 3 steps back. I think that when you try to teach a man to fish, you're going to find there is no I in team. You can certainly lead the horse to the forest. That doesn't mean that he's going to survive well on the grass there, you know? So I think that there's a little bit of everything, right? When it comes to life, and you got to dip your toe in slow, or you can jump in with both feet. But I think that when you don't look at a map, it's hard to argue where things are geographically. And perhaps I should take a look at that sometime. I don't lie. I'm honest. Liz, I believe that. Love you, Rachel Sandy. This is history, Reese. I had no idea. DNV. Reese, my 12-year-old son, Don, was, oh my God, diagnosed, I'm guessing, with brain cancer. Luckily, it's curable. Holy shit. Oh my God, that just gave me chills. DNV. Holy, that is absolutely horrible. I am so sorry to hear that. A 12-year-old, doesn't matter the age. Honestly, that's absolutely the worst news. I am so sorry. I love you and I'm sorry, DNV, but you say it's curable? It is curable? I mean, that's incredibly wonderful. That's a huge blessing. It's curable. Jesus. Thank you for your super chat. You did not have to do that. I am so sorry to hear that. Just let's all take a minute to just send some prayers. If you don't pray, if you would just take a minute to send some healing, some vibes to DNV and her son. That is absolutely horrible. And I am so, so sorry. Jesus. I am so sorry, DNV. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry. Hey, Marcy Schwartz. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, there was something. There was something really, really good. Look, I love Ecuador. It's curable, but I'm still terrified. Of course you're terrified. Jesus, a tinier diagnosis is scary. That's a terrifying diagnosis, even if it's curable. That is absolutely, you have every reason to feel terrified. Also, you're his mother. I would totally assume and imagine that. I am so sorry, babe, but I am incredibly grateful that it is curable. I didn't know this about Canada. I had no idea. And I probably won't look into it. I just want to point that out. I am really stupid when it comes to geography. I'm well aware how stupid I am when it comes to geography. I put it out there, my stupidity about geography. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm well aware that I'm not educated before people try to leave comments that like, wow, you're a pure idiot. I'm well aware that I'm a total idiot when it comes to geography. I'm proud to say that. I don't have a problem with it. I came from Scientology and I realize that's not a reason, but it is because they don't teach us anything is in geography. Math, none of that shit. So I don't know anything. But speaking of math, something really great happened and I want to say this. Thanks, Robin Miners. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to that. There wouldn't be any reason for you to know geography. You're street smart and book smart about lots of things. Thank you, K-Space. That's very nice. Guys, something really magical happened while I was there. I will say this. I didn't hardly have a phone the whole time. My phone crapped out. I did not have Wi-Fi. Well, no, I had Wi-Fi when I went back to Tommy's. I got on the Wi-Fi. But when I was out walking, I couldn't send a text. I couldn't make a phone call, which was a little scary, kind of freeing at the same time. To be honest, it was kind of a mixed bag of emotions because I was like, wow, I could literally throw this into the ocean and it wouldn't make a difference. I can't use it for anything. I hate Verizon, but that's not the point. two things happened while I didn't have service. Magically, I got a text from Verizon that said, "Your bill is ready." That was magical as shit. Somehow they still were able to deliver a text to me saying, "Hey, lady, pay your bill." The other thing that happened to me, this was unbelievable. I was walking and I walked about 3 miles per day. And I think that's one of the reasons I'm not tired. I really truly want to point that out. I walked at least probably 3 miles a day. I slept really well and I kind of reset some things I feel like with my body because today I woke up. I called my mom early this morning. I called her at like 8 o'clock. I was up at 7. She goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're up. I figured you'd be sleeping all day, like catching up from yesterday, 17 hours of travel." And I was like, "No, I'm wide awake. I fucking vacuumed. I cleaned my baseboards. I went and walked the dogs for 2 miles. Like, it was crazy how much energy I've had all day. As you can see, I'm like talking 100 miles an hour. I feel very energized. This was crazy. I'm not kidding. I'm going to exaggerate a little bit, but for the most part, it's true. Hey, Fraz, I don't have blue eyes if you're talking to me, but thank you. I was closer to the equator. I got a lot of sun. It doesn't look like it on camera, but man, I got sunburned. Like my face is still sunburned. Guys, I was walking with Tommy and my phone lit up. They look blue, maybe because of the shirt I'm wearing. I have green eyes. I'm walking like day 6 or something. I had been walking and walking, and my phone lights up. And no joke, my phone goes, "Hey, fat ass, we noticed a difference in your steps. Do you need AAA? Did your Honda break down? Blink twice if you need help. You are walking way more than you should be. Have you been kidnapped? Are you hitchhiking? Are you somewhere in a desert? What's going on, chubby? You're walking too much." Like this is a consistent. We've noticed every day that you're walking more and more. Do you need us to send help? Do you need a hot air balloon? Do you need AAA? What happened to your car? You just got tires on that thing. What's going on? So that was absolutely wild to me. And it did it almost every day. It was like, "Hey, chubby, what's going on? You're stepping more." Normally my phone will literally get to me. It'll text me and be like, "Hey, you fat ass, you walked 300 steps today. Good for you. You did 212 steps last night. Yay for you. Good job, you chubby ass. You went to get that pizza. We saw you do it." No. My phone literally in the dead of nowhere, my phone had no service, right? My phone, I was walking with Tommy and my phone was like, "Is everything okay? Have you been kidnapped? Do we need to send someone for you, chubby girl? You're walking a lot." Like we realize it's a new year, but we know you. You've had a phone for a long time. You've never had a New Year's resolution to lose weight. Come on. Like, are you under duress? Did something happen to you? My phone fitness shamed me. Hey, aspire to inspire. Yeah, absolutely. It was quite crazy. It was pretty damn crazy. And so you want what you want. You want it in Americana. Keep traveling. It's good for your soul. I love you, babe. Are you lost in the desert? Yeah, literally. Huxley did great with my parents. Thank you for asking, Margie Bar. No joke. When I walked like 5 days in a row, my phone literally beeped at me and was like, "Hey, chubby girl, where's your Honda? You're doing too many steps. You're doing too much. You did 300 steps a day consistently in 2025. It's 2026 and you're walking 3 miles a day. Like, what happened? Are you hurt? Do we need to send AAA?" Yeah, my phone shamed my ass. Uh, I get that same alert when I'm in New York every time by day 2, like, "Hey, girl, you're running from someone. Do you need a ride?" Yeah. Yeah. Catherine B gets it. Literally, my phone was like, "Are you safe? We can see that you're not running, but we can see that you've walked 3 miles consistently every day. Are you fucking lost? Like, is there bears or mountain lions nearby? What's happening? We can send in We can drop somebody in to get your ass. Just ping us. Just ping us. Blink twice, Reese. You're too chubby to be walking this much. We noticed your heart rate's up, chubby girl. Uh little M, it's been 20 years. It did feel good, Mimi, and so I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep walking. I actually Tommy was like, "You're skinnier now than when you got here." Happy New Year to you, my friend. Oh, and to Yadira. Okay, fine. Happy New Year, Yadira. No, it was crazy. It was crazy. I'm gonna try to keep that up. I'm not saying I'm going to. I mean, I already ate Chipotle since I've been back, but I want to make an effort. I want to make a conscious effort to try to walk at least 500 steps a day, right? Like usually my phone is like, we know you're comfortable in this 300 step per day zone. Like you go from, your kitchen to the living room, back to the fridge. You let the dogs out, back to the fridge, couch. My phone was like, what's going on? Did somebody steal this woman's phone? Why is this fat girl walking so much? Good core strength. Yeah. Sophia, it was great. Thank you, Angie Mo. I do think I've slimmed down a little bit. The food there is very different too, as far as like they ban GMOs. Thanks, Joe Planet Jane. They don't have GMOs there. They don't have dyes. They don't have all those dyes that cause cancer, all that shit. Everything there is way more fresh and way more healthy and delicious, might I say. Oh, you're welcome, Lilac Lime. So back to, we just have to work on not looking so much like an American. There were other women there that I'm assuming were American, and here's why I assume that. I'm going to make this assumption. There was quite a few other women there that were white and I think American, and they were like, "Why is this? Why is that?" Like they sounded like me. And people like me stick out there because people really don't complain that much, I find, in other countries maybe. Like I just think it's a thing and we need to we need to think about our choices. I need to scale back. I feel like I have too many choices. I think Americans have so many choices and there's so much instant gratification here that you need to kind of zoom out, take a step back and go, not everything's about you. Don't be so entitled to things. Don't get so angry. Like chill the F out. And I think that's what we need to focus on this year, among other things. No, Liz, guys, we need to clear that up. Yeah. I don't want to give the wrong impression. Tommy and I are committed to each other, and you can do like a commitment ceremony. But I have told you guys many, 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 many countless times on this channel, and Tommy knows this. Everybody knows this, guys. I will never get married on paper ever again. I just won't. It's not something I'm willing to do. That's me, not him. I'm not the marrying kind as far as anything legal. I can't do anything like that. So I don't want to mislead anyone about that, but committed, absolutely, absolutely. And I believe very much for me in a ceremony of commitment, right? But I can't, and honestly, it would have been really hard to do anyway in another country. Yeah, just Joan, which I like that more. Yeah, Robin W. I like that a lot more. I have said this. I'm going to Goldie Hawn it the rest of my life. I'm a big believer in that for women. There's a scene in a great movie from the 80s, The Witches of Eastwick. I already had 3 husbands. Yeah, Fanciest Face. The Witches of Eastwick was a great movie with Cher, Jack Nicholson. Oh my God, Michelle Pfeiffer was such a babe in that movie. When is Michelle Pfeiffer not a babe? Yeah, just Joan, me too. Yeah, Liz, exactly. And Susan Sarandon. And I love that movie. I've seen it so many times. And Jack Nicholson says something to Cher in that. And I love, love, love what he said. And I can't quote it exactly, but he says, marriage is good for the guy. He says it's awful. It's lousy for the woman. And there's a whole spiel he goes into as to why that's true. And he's like, the guy beats her down. And I'm not saying this is how it always goes. Women beat men down too. I've fucking seen that 100 times. But there's a part where he says, basically, like he beats her down, and he kills her, like mentally, right? Like he just kills her spirit. And then he cheats on her, and then he tells everybody he's fucking a dead woman. And it's, to me, that's true. I was so trapped in my last marriage. I don't believe in marriage for me legally. I Nothing was worse. Scientology was not even that bad. The gestures and that marriage were worse for me than anything because I was literally trapped. Like trapped, like he would take my car keys trapped. He would track my phone everywhere I went. And I just remember thinking, I never want to do this again. And that's not against any man. It's just what's right for me. And I very much love, I saw a clip on it once, Goldie Hawn, and I love her relationship with Kurt Russell. They have a child together. And I love, love, love this one clip I saw her say. She was like, someone was like, why won't you marry him? And she was like, because I am my own person and I don't need to do that. Like, I don't need paperwork to do that. But I love what she said. She goes, I want to be able to leave whenever I feel like leaving. Yes, I'm sorry, but I absolutely will preach that until the day I'm fucking dead because I am a woman and I'm going to preach to women. I'm not anti-marriage. Don't get it wrong. But I am all about, hey, Erica, things being fair for both parties. And I think women tend to get the shit end of the deal when it comes to marriage. Yeah, probably so, Geoplanet Jane. I think that they get the shit end of the deal. I think women get intimidated and they get fearful. Uh, Thank you, Just Joan. That's really nice. Hey, Kathy Burkhart. Yeah, who said that? Liz. That's why I'll never be married again. Too much control with mine. Yeah, I am totally okay with Tommy. I think that Wyatt Russell, and he's a cute kid. He's a really cute kid. I'm okay with Tommy feeling whatever he feels with his commitment to me. We are in a committed relationship, but I absolutely don't believe in legally binding me to something that I don't necessarily. Here's the thing, too. I was talking to a friend about this morning. I hope that we get rid of this is taking a turn, this stream. I hope that in the future, I hope that in the future we get rid of the idea of like forever with someone. Uh yeah, honey Lou, exactly. Like if someone gets divorced after 20 years, I'm kind of like it's not entirely realistic to be with someone forever, right? And I'm not trying to poo-poo it. But here's the thing, guys. People fucking change. People shed their skin and they become new people decade after decade, year after year. And if the other person you're with doesn't change with you or doesn't like who you're growing into, it's not realistic to be forced to be stuck with somebody that you're no longer happy with. So when people, will say something like they were married 25 years and they got divorced, I think that's so awful. It's so sad. Well, is it? Because I kind of look at it like, hey, 25 years is a long ass time. Congratulations. It's like when someone says, my dog died. Of course, that's horrible. It's always sad. But when the next sentence is, he was 19, I'm like, oh, well, my positivity swoops up a little bit because I'm like, damn, you're lucky to have had your dog that long. My husband died. He was 95. I'm thankful that he made it that long. When someone says like my grandma died, she was 100. I'm like, oh, she had a good run. Like, damn, that's kind of positive. Like, that's kind of amazing that she made it that long, right? When your cat lives to be 23, I'm like, shit, you got lucky. Like, I would love to have my cat live that long. Now, it's sad. Death is always sad. Don't get me wrong. But There's always kind of a silver lining to it when I hear something like that. So when someone says like, yeah, like they got divorced after 30 years of marriage. How sad. I'm like, is it? I mean, good for them for making it that long, for sticking it out that long. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, Liz. I just try to kind of spin it to the positive. And to me, marriage, I feel like, yeah, Debbie Zito. It puts pressure on people to stay long after they should have left. I would have never stayed with Jeff that long. I felt like I had to because I was married and I felt trapped too. I had no money left. He had dwindled that shit down. I didn't work anymore. That wasn't something that was feasible for me. I couldn't just up and leave. But I feel like I could have probably up and left earlier had I known all I have to do is pack my shit and go. I don't have to now hire an attorney for thousands of dollars and go through all of that, right? So, and Mary Barons was married for 40 years, guys, and then he passed away, sadly. But it's not for everybody. And I don't shame people. This is why I said I hope this is kind of a new thing for women. I have to say this, and I'm not going to probably be loved for saying this. I like people who are like, especially women, who say, like in their later in life, late 30s, 40s, and up. I like people, women who are like, I didn't have kids by choice. I didn't want them. Or I didn't get married. I didn't want to. Or I didn't get married and have children. I didn't want to. I have to be honest. I really, really have a lot of admiration and respect for people like that. I don't know why, but I think it's kind of you went against the grain. I feel like people are pressured and expected to get married and have children, right? I love you for saying that, Reese. You give folks permission to be them. Well, Robin, I think it's a cool thing. And I'll again, I'm not going to win a lot of people like this. Uh yeah, Just Joan. Great. What was I going to say? Fuck. I lost it. I said I wasn't going to win a lot of people saying this, and now I don't know what it was. Oh, I know what it was. I'm told, I don't watch the news, but I'm told by like my mom told me this, she watches the world news, that like apparently there's like a huge downtrend in women getting married or having kids. Like it's like a new thing in the past, what, 10 or 20 years, where like women are not getting married and they're not having kids. I like that. I don't know why. I don't have like some huge reason to back that up. I like it because I know what it feels like to be so pressured. I know what it feels like to be pressured into doing shit. And I think women especially get pressured about stuff. I know men get pressured too. But I feel like women get really, really pressured into like, this is what society expects. You need to be this size. You need to look this way. You can't overeat. You have to have a smile on your face all the time. Wear makeup. Be professional. Look appropriate. Be independent. Have those kids. Have it all. Do a career. Have a husband. Have dinner on the table at 5. Have those 4 kids and make it all work. I'm sad that life has given you this feeling, but I appreciate your honesty, and I wish you had Tommy all the best. Your honesty means so much more than a piece of paper. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Marriage is good for some. Hey, Melissa with one S. I'm not good at it. A piece of paper does not justify my. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. If you are like 100% and committed and want to marry somebody, I'm not. I'm going to be the last person on earth to be like, you shouldn't do it. I'm never going to give my opinion on it. I'm never even going to question why somebody would get married. That's your life. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just talking about my own lane. I'm not preaching what other people should do. I'm just talking about what's best for me. But I have to say, I have a lot of admiration for women who kind of were the pioneers going, nope, I'm 45, I've never been married and I didn't want kids. Or we've been married for 10 years, but we just didn't want kids. I just kind of like that because, again, I feel like there's so much pressure on like, this is what's expected in society. And I do think women tend to get more the shit end of the stick when they sign a piece of paper to get married. I think there's a lot of control involved in that if the dude is controlling. I think it opens a lot of doors for someone to be controlling. Jeff wasn't super terrible in the beginning, but the second the let's see, we got married June 12th. By July 15th, it was like the week after my birthday of the same year. So like 5 weeks later, 6 weeks later. No, it would be like 5 weeks later. A little over 4. Okay, fine. I correct myself. I literally by July 15th, I was like, I made a huge mistake. He became a fucking monster. I'm not kidding. That was the first time he got physical. That was the first time he called me a cunt. Was after we got married. He called me a cunt mother. Like he had never treated me that way before. And I immediately was like, I've made a huge mistake. And so I just think there's no reason to sign any contracts to be somebody's partner, their committed partner. I don't have a problem with saying he's my committed partner. I just can't do the marriage thing. Maybe I'll change my mind about that one day, by the way. It's not that I'll never do it. 90% chance I'll never do it. But and I also want to be clear that I'm not against marriage. Like I don't yeah, Tony P. I don't look down on marriage. I don't think people shouldn't get married. Like I have a friend who's thinking about getting married. Like they're kind of talking about it. I don't think it's a good idea. I'll never say that out loud. I'm not going to voice that because who am I to do that? Like that's not my life, right? I'm 47, no kids, never married by choice. I never put any pressure about it, nor I allow outside forces to influence me. I never cared what others think. I love that about you, Angie Mo. I absolutely love that. It's very something for me. I don't know what it is, but I truly, and thank you for being a member, babe. I just really admire it. I admire women these days who I was married once, never again, no kids. They don't need to inherit my crazy. Well, everybody has their reasons. Bohemian, Luciferian witch. I just admire the women who are like the younger generation who are like, here's what it is, putting yourself first, not what society or your parents, or you just finished college. So now you got to set yourself straight on buying a house, getting a husband, and having all those kids. Like, I just kind of like that there's not really a rule book to it for a lot of people. I love that. And here's the other thing I realized a lot of things on this vacation. I was thinking about it a lot because I am really hated. By the way, I'm going to be doing next week, I'm going to be doing a stream with Tori. Tori, I love her. I'm really well, I can't say I love her. I love her from what I've heard. I don't watch her, but I've heard amazing things. Speaking of pioneer, I feel like Tori is kind of one of the OGs as far as just Scientology coming out of the gates, fighting for getting out of Scientology. And I'm really looking forward to that. Tori Magoo. Yeah. I get a lot of hate. I'm quite hated. I'm very hated. I don't know if it's my face. It's probably a combination of like my face, my voice, my nose, this mole, the blush application. Again, this is sunburn, but the haters can't see the difference through their hater lenses. My hair, my roots growing in, some of my fashion choices, right? I get it. I have too many pairs of glasses. That really fucking triggers people. My Golden Goose collection. I'll get back with you on the rest. There's like a whole list of reasons. I just haven't gone through them in a while. Definitely the mole. Yeah, Erica, the Cindy Crawford mole or Marilyn Monroe mole, whichever. Doesn't referring to each other as a wife and husband in the future make their relationship common law? I don't know, Mimi, but I don't live with him, so I don't know. Hey, Cliff Ann, I am very glad to be home. People get scared of confidence. That could be it. That could be it. You could be onto something, Nancy. Hey, it's Joanne Hawley. Hey, JC. I don't have anything against marriage either. However, I think if people have that thought of marriage, they should have lived together at least 10 years. Oh my God, that's such good advice. Are the haters still at it? Renee B, they've never stopped. People will hate me until the end of time. I'm relatable, but incredibly hateable. Love you, Pat Jonas. Hold on, I got to blow my nose. Let's see what Joanne has to say. Oh, we already read it. Sorry. No, I think Joanne is dead ass on there, though. Look, if you are going to get married, for God's sakes, man. Oh, I forgot about my fake jewelry. That's right, Kestrel. Hey, Eric, if you're going to get married, holy shit balls. Give it time. Give it a lot of time. Years, years, years. I was with Jeff for almost 2 years before we got married. Longer. It needs to be like 5 to 10. I would say over 5, under 10. Joanne says 10. I would be comfortable if you were getting married to someone after you've been with them for 7 years. I would say you're probably good. But even then, it's not entirely true. It's not entirely accurate. Thank you for your super chat, by the way, Joanne. Yeah, your grandma was right, Robin W. Wait, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I always am going to have hate. You're always going to have hate as long as you have a YouTube channel and you look like me. Like when you look like me and when you're me, people hate you. I don't know what it is. I would rather be in this position though, again, than people being like, who's Reese? Apparently they all know who I am. They really enjoy watching me. They watch every move I make. I'm used to it. What if your dad is older and you want him to walk you down the aisle? What? What does that mean? Are you asking me? If your dad is older than your husband or your husband's older than your dad? Because that's a case for me. I tend to marry guys that are my dad's age or older. Is that what you're asking me? I guess I'm confused. What if your dad is older? Like, you mean like you don't want your dad to die before you get, like, what are we? I don't know if I understand the question. I've been married so many damn times, it's hard to know. You earned the right to live life that's best for you. Okay, so that's where we're going with this. Kevin is spot on. He always is. I realized something. I think because I slept to the waves crashing every night. Oh, you mean if your dad can't walk? Is that what you mean? Oh, I didn't put those two things together, but I'm not surprised. I'm not as bright as some of you think I am. Yeah, wheel his ass down in a wheelchair. Throw his ass in a wheelchair and go with him. What do you mean? I think Jamie means that you might die before you get married and then you miss out on that experience. I think she's saying she doesn't want to die. Wait, I think she's saying she doesn't want to die. Want to wait that long? She wants her dad. Oh, well, Jamie, if it's your first marriage, I understand. By your third one, girl, it's like you don't want to bother your dad again with another damn wedding. You know, I feel like every couple years I was like, Dad, I'm gonna need you again. No, you don't want to do that. If it's your first one, I get it. Jump in with both feet, girl. Here's the point, Kevin Conklin. You're right on. I slept to the waves crashing every night. I got some really good Ecuadorian sun. I ate whatever the fuck I wanted. I walked so much that my phone was like, hey, Chubby, are you safe? Like, should we send someone to get you? You're walking a lot. This isn't like you. Where are the Fig Newtons? Right? And they don't sell them there. That was tough for me. But I think the point is, the people there are so nice. And I mean the locals, like Ecuadorian Spanish speaking people are so nice. And I did pick up some Spanish. I'm not kidding. I did. It actually, like some of you, hey, Andy, thanks, babe. Oh, I'm sorry, user. Well, don't be too sad. Don't be too sad. Some of you say like once you're kind of inundated in it, in the language, you do pick it up. I did pick it up. Like I picked up quite a bit. I learned how to order French fries. I went to restaurants and I was like, platos uno papas de frites. I got that right away. I tried to order fries once and he was like, what? And then he was like, you want them in your omelet? I was like, no, I don't want them in my damn omelet. I want a plate of fucking fries, dude. Salt that shit up. And then I learned it that day. And then every day after that, I was like, uno grande platos de frites, papas de frites. And they're like, ah, sí, señorita. And I was like, yes. I was like, and mustard. I was like, get it in there. Papas de frites. And he was like, do you teach Spanish to people? Because you should. You are really good at it. I was impressed. You sounded less American when ordering. You just did. Hey, remember when I ordered orange juice, babe? I was like, narenga. Sí. Piña narenga. Sí. And you really, I think you pass off as a local when you do that. When you drag out the yeses and the nos and you go, oh, sí. And then you go, no, they think you're local. Like they didn't know I was American. They had no idea. The only thing that gave it away was my height. Well, hey, Wendy Brewer, but that's really, if you're going to move to a Spanish speaking country, hey, Heather, I think the most important thing is that you can order fries, right? And I did. So you just say platos grande, American. You say grande. Because one time I ordered fries and they brought me like 6 fries. And Tommy tried to take one and I was like, I slapped his fucking giant ass mid away from him. I was like, get your, I don't know why, you'd think they would see me and go, bring her 6 potatoes. That's a lot. That's a chubby girl. Bring a lot. No, one time they brought me just like a handful of fries. And so after that happened, I was like, grande, see? You do the C. You can't just say C. C, it gives it away. If you just say C, then they're like, you're not a local. You were very kind. I remember no F-bombs, but I was high on relatable Reese. What an angel. Aren't you adorable? A cute little babe. So that's how you want to handle yourself. You say grande, uno for me, but grande. So for me, but large, like bring a lot, right? That's, I'm just giving this to you in case you need to go there. And then you say platos. See, if you drag your shit out, then they don't know that you're American. That's what I found. So it's not platos. It's platos, a C, a C. And if it's no, you go, no, C. So you have to really drag that shit out. Okay. And then you say platos, grande, papas, de frites. Mm-hmm. And that's fries. Like I want a lot of fries. Like it looks like it's for me and him, but it's really just for me. And then that's a great idea. Yeah, Geoplanet Jane. That's essentially what happened. And then muy grande, like Tommy. Exactly. I pointed to him several times. Like grande, like the American man with the large head. You're basically a local. Andy says, yeah, I mean, they couldn't tell me apart, like from anything. Queso de frites. Yeah, I should have done that, Helena, next time. But then you say, and guys, they have such good juice there, by the way. Everything is freshly done. So when you order juice, it takes like 12 minutes to get it. I drank so much juice. I do not drink juice ever. Plus, I'm diabetic. I don't drink juice in the US. I can't remember the last. I can't. Like, it gives me heartburn. It's processed as shit. I don't like juice. Wendy, it was wonderful. Interesting, Heather Card. I ordered so much. So they had orange fresh squeeze. It was the best orange juice I've ever had. Fresh squeezed orange juice. Naranja. That's orange. Okay. I know my shit. Don't try to tell me I don't. Piña, pineapple juice. If you don't mind pineapple hair in it, there's pineapple hair in the juice. They look like nose hairs. I'm pretty sure they're not. I chose to believe that they're not. What are you doing, Jangies? A Bobo. Oh, he's so friendly. Oh, everybody would have loved you. Everybody would have loved you, and you would have eaten some papas tres frites. Bobo, do you speak the Spanish? Oh, he's so friendly. Oh, he's such a good person. He's a great guy. And he listens to your stories, and he'll listen to everything you say. And he says, I don't kiss, but you can kiss me. He's your emotional support kissy man. He says, you can grab my face really hard like this. You can grab it really hard. It looks like it's hard, but it's not. And you grab it and you kiss it. And he says, when you're feeling sad or down, he said, you kiss my face. I'm an emotional support kissy man, but I won't kiss you back. Because we try and he won't kiss me back. Did I just smear my lipstick everywhere? No. Perro and gato. That's right. Cat and dog. I learned gato. I did not know that was cat. No. Hey, Ty Mark. I'm so glad you're here for the Spanish. I'm going to start teaching Spanish on another channel, Ty Mark. That's true, Armine. I know that to be true. Guys, they had pineapple juice. They had strawberry juice. They had mango, orange, everything. It was so good. The juices there were so, so good. The food's amazing. The men, for me, it was the lifeboat, Tommy Scoville. But for everyone else, I'm sure they enjoyed their guys. He is kissy. It was just a really good time. Thank you, Wendy Brewer. I haven't worn this yet. It has numbers on it. I guess that's all. Oh, I know what I was going to say. See, Ty Mark says, I would have never guessed you were American. Yeah, you just say, uno platos de frites, papas de frites. And you say, sí. And then they think you're local. Like they have no idea. They couldn't tell at all. Yeah, I didn't know if they had watermelon. I didn't check, Lena, but they probably do. So guys, there's one thing I realized. I realize shit when I'm out of town. I always do. I'm a deep ass thinker. When I listen to the waves, I start talking to God. Good idea, Renee B. I start reflecting on my life. I start thinking about my choices and my future and the consequences of my actions in the past. Shit like that. I do that a lot. That's right. Chrissy Twig. Baños. I know what that means too. Robin W. Yeah. Yeah. Where is the bathroom? Yeah. See, I know my shit. Oh yeah. Maybe hola instead of hi on the Malecon. I said hi to everybody. That's a great idea too, GeoPlanet Jane. So here's the thing, guys. I realized something with all the hate that I get and all the bullshit and all the ugly ass people that say shit about me, because let's face it, they are ugly. I thought of something. Thank you, Wendy Brewer. Something occurred to me in my travels. I'm not kidding. The ocean soothes the nervous system. Something occurred to me in my travels as I was listening every night. I went to bed every night to the waves crashing. It was so loud and it was beautiful. And I love that sound. I know. Ty Mark's like, I didn't even know you were American. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot, Ty Mark. I get that a lot. No, not at all. Absolutely. Spanish speaking. English is my second language. Yeah. Interesting, babe. I don't know what means 50 cents. Okay, so baños. Yeah, taking a pee. Wiping your taint costs 50 cents. I realized something. I came to a conclusion on my travels, guys. The biggest conclusion that I came to with all the hate. Dios is God. Yes, it is. With all the hate that I get and have gotten, and the shit emails and the shitty people, the ugly people, they're incredibly fuck ugly. I thought about this. For 2026, I'm going to make a change. And with all the hate that we get and just the negative opinions and just people being assholes, I thought I'm going to make a change for them. I am. I'm going to do something different. You know what it is? For 2026, I'm just going to keep living my life. That occurred to me. Even though they want to take me down and they want to say some shit, I'm going to let them do that. And I'm going to keep living. I'm going to keep, what? Do you approve of that? A Bojangles. I'm just going to keep living my life. I'm being serious, by the way. Oh, he's so nice. And he's a good person. And he's so friendly. And he listens to everything. And he's an emotional support pissy man. You're a good boy. He's so friendly. And he misses mom.
and you can grab his face whenever you want to and kiss him. He says, I'm here for the grabbing. Grab my face, grab my long snout, grab my Airedale Terrier snout, and kiss it. And he's fluffy. Kiss his poot hairs. Oh, he's so. Oh.
Hey, Ghost Rider. I'm being dead serious, by the way. That may sound crazy, but sometimes I want.
Oh. Oh, he's such a gentleman. He's a scholar. He went to Yale and Stanford and Harvard. Oh, he's so smart.
All right. No, I'm being dead serious, guys. That may sound simple. Yeah. Oh, there's a groomer in Salinas just shown. Absolutely. That may sound simple, guys, but I'm being dead ass serious. I'm not going to do anything different. I have all kinds of things. Hey, Susan, I have all kinds of things. Liz, I think he's a poodle. I don't truly know. I think he's a standard because he's like 85 pounds and he has more legs than a bucket of chicken. But he is a great person, and that's what's important. You're welcome, Wendy Brewer. I was at the airport yesterday when I was messaging you. And Bo, you're starting to get a little needy. I sometimes will morph and shift and shape and twist into what I feel like people need me to be. And I decided we're going to be talking a lot about changes this year. I decided I'm just going to keep living. Who gives a shit what anybody thinks at this point? This is the year of not giving a shit. This is the year. Hey, Anna Banana, I was late to the stream. How did Gertie do while you were gone? My dog would cry. She cried when I walked in the door, but she actually did great. He looks like a standard. Yeah, he's probably a standard. This is the year of the horse strength, right? We're not going to be shrinking. We're not going to feel uncomfortable because of other people's energy that they put out there. Wow, somebody's really jealous though. Somebody is really upset about it. We're not. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. I'm going to. And thank you for being a member. Maybe you guys think that's simple. I don't think that's simple. I have always kind of shrunk and tried to perform and set myself on fire to keep other people warm. And we won't be doing that. Robin W., twist for no one but you. Pay no mind to the haters. If something happens that needs legal or public attention, have a publicist let you know and let them handle it. Well, thank you so much for that, Jane. Yes, Kevin Conklin. We are not, Angie Mo, going to shrink for anyone. I'm not going to do fucking backflips for anyone. I'm not going to dance for anyone. I'm not doing shit unless you pay me. I mean, that's a different story. But no, I'm not going to put up with a lot of shit this year. I'm serious. I'm going to be putting up with a lot less shit. And you know how people say protect your peace? That's honestly a big statement. When you grow up trying to please people, it's a big deal. When you finally decide to stop and focus on yourself, that is time mark. You just validated the shit out of me. Yes. Thank you for understanding the point I was making. Because see, other people are going, yeah, good for you. Because those people already have reached that. It's a big deal to reach that point. It all kind of goes in line with taking your power back and not giving it away anymore. But here's the thing. You know, when people say protect your peace, that's a huge thing. Protecting, hey, Stacy Toms, I've missed you. Protecting your peace is a huge thing. But you know what comes before that for me? Because this is kind of wrapped up in it. Wendy Brewer is a 17-hour travel time home. Thank you, Stacy. Me too. Protecting your peace is important. What goes more to me, like to snowball that and make it even bigger? Yes, Robin. Protecting your energy. I am more interested at this point in protecting my energy because that is kind of wrapped up in my piece. And what I mean by that, yeah, yes, Just Joan, we're not doing that anymore. It's a big deal to decide to get brave enough to live. It is, Joan. And we're going to do that together this year. And we're going to do that from now on. We're going to I'm not kidding. I'm going to solidify the shit out of that. Hey, Ewa, I am protecting my energy even more so than my peace because I'm going to be much more mindful in where I give my energy, how much energy, how I distribute my energy. I am not giving a lot of my energy to shit that I no longer feel is necessary. You know how you're just like, you know how you sometimes step back and question something and you're like, why am I arguing with this person? Or why am I here? Why am I spending time on this? We're not anymore. That's why you're fucking not anymore. Like it doesn't do any good. Hey, Sandy Kovacs anymore. Hey, Don Clark. Thank you. Do you see what I'm saying? Rather than getting stuck in something, some fucking loop going, why am I doing this? We're just not going to do it. I'm not going to get into some energy sucking trap. I'm not. I'm not. I am 41 now. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I don't have to taste test shit as much as I did in the past. I'm pretty good at reading people. My energy is low with people. I'm not putting a lot of energy into people right now. I have been burned and stabbed in the back a lot. So my circle is very small as far as who I'm going to give information to, like real information. And nobody is entitled to shit. No one's entitled to anything unless I want to give that information. You know, a lot of people ask me very private ass questions. People don't do it here. They'll like email it to me and they're like, give me the whole scoop on everything with you and Tommy. And I'm like, what? I've never talked to you before. Why do you think that you're entitled to that? Why do these boundaries not apply to you? Like, do my boundaries not apply to you? Do you really feel like you're just above it to where I'm going to tell you things because I don't have boundaries? No, I do now, right? It took me a lot longer to get to that point, Reese. Proud of you. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Yes. And guys, we're going to be talking about that a lot. You know, oh my God, you're small. Did you have any idea that you were this tiny? Just real quick, we have to stop for just a minute. This might sound weird, but make sure you have your cheerleader in your corner. When you have those hard moments, you need someone who will back you. I don't really have a lot of people like that. So for now, I'm going to be my cheerleader. For now. Until I feel 100% about everything. Same, Reese. I take up my space, but it's not worth wasting energy to not making myself happy. Exactly. Hey, Gogo the Greek. Just real quick, I just wondered though, like, did you know that you were never going to grow? Like, I thought about it a lot on my travels. I thought about it a lot while I was away. Just real quick, like, did you know that you were going to be this tawny? Like, when I take a look at it, I'm like, oh my God, it's smaller than a newborn baby and shit. I'm like, did you know? Like, I didn't know. So I just wonder if, like, maybe you didn't know. Did you have any idea that you were going to be a frosted mini wheat with eyeballs? What kind of hair is this? Honestly, girl. Like, did you know that you were going to have some crazy ass hair and it's like just unbelievable and shit? Oh my God, I can't wait to get to that. Paying my car off today. I am so close to the end. You have no idea. Thank you, Mimi, and congratulations, Nancy. We know about the number of flaps. What else do we need to know? Exactly. We all need to be more like Gertie. No question. Speaking of, I'm going to set you over here because I get really hot sometimes when I hold you. Really tiny. I'll end here because it's been 2 hours. Hit subscribe, would you please? Good for you, Erica. Guys, I'm just going to continue to live my life and let haters say whatever they want and make every video under the sun and say everything about me, my son, my animals, my relationship, Tommy, my dad, my mom, my friends, my channel. I'm going to continue to live my life uh, with everybody watching. That's what I decided. I come here for a lot of reasons. Mostly, you normalize me talking to my dog like that. Well, that's definitely one way to live your lifetime, Mark, and I'm glad you did. I'm being serious, guys. Like, I'm not. And then I'm gonna leave it. Hey, I hyper fixator. I gotta leave it with this because I thought this was hilarious. This also is gonna sum me up for 2026. I'm mad cool. I don't know why my dad left me. That's something I realized. I'm really cool. I don't know why he left. That's his effing loss, is it not? Think about it. Like, do the math. Baby steps, I missed you. No, yesterday was a long ass travel day, though, girl. Abigail, closing. But the Lord, I love you, Mary Barons, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Time Mark, I'm super cool. I don't know why my dad left. Like, those are obviously his shit ass reasons. There was no reason to leave me because I turned out to be fairly cool. And I'm going to roll with that. Live out loud. But the Lord is faithful. May the Lord lead your hearts into a full understanding and expression of the love of God and the patient endurance that comes from Christ. That's New Testament, everybody. Thank you for that, Abigail. That's beautiful scripture. I love your scriptures, Abigail. You had some bangers when I was in Ecuador too. Thank you for the super chat, babe. I'm a trend starter, not a trend follower. If you say so. Dad left because he was jealous of your awesomeness. That had to have been it. Even at 16, Kevin, you couldn't be more right. I need that as my profile picture. Time Mark. It's pretty good. I'm pretty damn cool. I don't know why my dad left. Please hit subscribe while you're in here. There's quite a few of you in here. It does unsubscribe you. I don't know why YouTube would do that. It seems stupid on their end, but they do it. So hit subscribe. Time Mark. Yes, I can send that. Send me a message right now and say, hey, can you send that to me? And I'll send it to you. Love you, Jamie Palmer. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow is what? I keep thinking tomorrow's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I will definitely be back. I'm back now. Did anybody get the reference on this title? I love that song. I'm back in the New York groove. The U.S. groove. Put it together, people. Katie Fulton, I love you. Eric, I'm going to come up with one. I haven't yet. I just got back. I'm going to figure that out. I mean it, guys. I love you. I mean that. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for being members. And thank you for the super chats. But most importantly, as always, thank you for your time. We were here for over 2 hours and you sat with me. I realized your time is valuable. Why you would spend it with me, I'm not fully sure about, but I hope to figure that out in 2026. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Dark Roast. And I love you, Angie Mo. I will see you guys. Love you, Erica. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. In fact, we'll be here before we know it. Love you all. And here comes that cutie Fred.